That is a door. A very exquisite door. That's Zeus, I think.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear
Pressure.
that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would
Step
you
one.
happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
That's a bit forceful. Again, I chose Occultist, so I'm going to be trying to be manipulative here. Yes, she's been here for several weeks.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Occultism? Etiquette. If it's to do with occultism, I don't think that would work against a religious man, especially if he's not interested in the sciences. Etiquette might have worked. Could talk about the art. That will not be good because he's entrusting secrets. So I'm guessing. Yeah, let's be secretive here.
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution?
I really like how you have
Look,
to think.
If it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and
About
I'll
the
give it to her as soon
relationships.
as I see her.
I hesitate.
He's got something written on his hand.
Up
What is
till
it?
now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been
that a clock?
successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Questioning, I can't do. Now this one could be good. Again, it's manipulative, so let's try this.
Look, you seem hesitant.
And I'll use
The
another royal
simplest
jelly.
thing to do is just to give it to her when you see her. After all, it's not that urgent.
Yes. I mean, yes, it's urgent. I mean, what if we don't find each other here on the island?
Though I don't know yet when I'll be leaving. I might not be staying for very long. What to do? Can you see a solution? Come on. Just give me the letter for crying out loud.
I cannot run the risk alone. I am going to trust you. You seem like an honest man.
Okay.
Bingo.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your
Do I
mother
believe in a god? The last step. For the last step of the confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until you have to give a right answer, or you have no blunders left. Okay. Ooh, I would like to say that, but I don't think that would be a good answer. I can't do that, so I'll just say okay.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there.
Sinister.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure. Do not hesitate to look for them. Okay. I don't think I'll need to look at it. Just because...
Saturn devouring his son. Good God,
Oh, yeah.
how awful. Everything in
doesn't
this
look like the
painting is
original, though.
disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Okay. I don't think I'll need to, because I think I manipulated him well enough. He gave me the information. He told me what's in the letter. If he's telling the truth, that is.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
A little classical art here. I'll just look before I go and talk to them. Is there anything to pick up? Oh,
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
into this. Oh, yes, there's something here. Devil's Thorn, yep.
A devil's thorn. To be used to uncover the best disguised traits. Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Into hell. To fall. Anything here? No. Yeah.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
It's also a real book, I think. Yes, it doesn't cost me anything.
Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Is that foreshadowing of something that will happen later? Something there, but I don't know if I can get it without triggering the event.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Is that who I think it is?
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
It's a symbol around his neck.
Come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Okay. I'm not going to tell him about the letter.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you
Fake.
know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests,
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Could lie, or I could say she's gone missing. I'll say she's gone missing and see if I can judge their reactions, maybe.
Lord Mortimer asked me to come as quickly as possible to find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Yeah, he's wearing the symbol.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer.
Is he a judge or a
can't be
lord?
present this evening, and he sends his deepest apology.
He looks like an
He's
alien.
asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat.
Okay.
Very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
Okay.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
What do I do? I could find out more about my mother and a relationship with her, or I could find out the relationship with this mysterious man, who I definitely know is connected because I saw him in a vision of some kind, whether that's in the future or not. And in the vision, I'm pretty sure he called her by her first name, so I'm guessing... So they both know her. George Washington or creepy guy? Okay, let's go creepy guy.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover
Who's that?
slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale.
So I missed an opportunity
Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you.
Do I ask about the relationship or do I ask about what happened? Maybe I could get a clue anyway if I ask about what happened.
Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
Was he
I
threatening her? He just said
Never
no.
mind. It'll come back to me.
Who's she?
Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
What do I want? He probably wouldn't know. He probably said Lord Mortimer. I have no reason to ask that if there's anyone else missing. Like Grudge, maybe. But there's a link between Hillsborough because obviously I saw Emily in the dream with my mother, and also she hid it, which I'm guessing is referring to Al Azif, maybe the Necronomicon. I will go with the link.
Sir, do you know Emily Hillsborough?
Oh, Madame la Duchesse. Of course. It was I who invited her to the island. In addition to mutual business we wanted to talk about, I absolutely wanted to introduce her to Lord Mortimer.
Do you know of any link between her and my mother?
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George, but I can't be sure about that.
No dispute between them, then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand, I honestly can't imagine her in a conflict with the famous Sara de Ricci.
What's happening with her? She heard my mother's name? What's she freaking out about? Elizabeth, okay.
I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
So I can use occultism or science here. Let's use occultism. She's got a strange symbol on underneath her chin there.
It's just a dizzy spell. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Her heart rate is already becoming more stable.
Wow. Poor girl's had her hands tattooed. I've seen these pinnacles before in old occult books from the end of the 12th century. I don't know what that young woman's trying to protect herself from, but she definitely takes it seriously.
I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. Seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone
That's
missing.
what I was thinking. Is that
Are you
symbol
all
there?
right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me. I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Bestia.
Sorry,
Signal
Your
of the-
Eminence. I
sigil of the
don't speak
beast?
Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Symbol of the beast?
Gentlemen, it's getting late.
Damn, I missed it. I don't have
It's
linguistics.
time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
I wonder what they were talking about.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
Okay, his face is a bit weird there.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Is it Zeus? I think it's Zeus.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Okay, I can comment. This one had brush strokes, which he
The
didn't
statue
recognize.
is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Caravage, Guignol. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his son. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. The artist is none other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President.
Okay,
She
I'm
would have
surprised
liked to
by
have
that.
stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Creepy servant. Really intriguing so far. So many opportunities have been missed because of not having those skills.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Okay.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
I want to have a look around first.
Duchess Emily
Yeah, that's
Hillsborough.
her room. Nothing? Yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a gander first. If there's nothing important, I'll just skip to me going to my room. Otherwise... Okay, collect a coin. Otherwise, I will see you when I go to the room.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte. A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. The decorum guide. Monsieur Johann van Vulner. A ruble. President George Washington. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Huh, that's me.
Okay. So far I just found a few coins, a couple of consumables, so let's enter the room.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
I could open it without breaking the seal. Or maybe I could do that later after I've rested, maybe. I'm gonna leave it closed. He did tell me exactly. I think I manipulated him enough to tell me everything I needed to know. Maybe I can open it later if I don't trust him.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so...
Okay.
Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Some more paintings. I can't get there. Is anything on... Okay, that looks like it's been moved. A secret door? That's very cliche. What's this?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Let's open this. Okay.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
So he has a lot of original art.
Saturn devouring his son.
Again?
Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
What's this? Okay, Carmelite water. Is there anything on the table? Nope. That's the bedroom. Let's go outside. Can I? Yes, I can. And what's out here? Well, nothing so far. A couple of consumables. Why would I want to look this way? Maybe I can go up or down, maybe, or maybe I can see my mother in the distance, maybe at some point. Interesting. There seems to be a reason for everything so far, so let's keep an eye out for things like that.
Sturse.
Okay. No, I can't go in there. Let's go into the bedroom then.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Again, madness. Okay. Oh, so I'm going to bed, am I? Okay. Yeah, I really love this game so far. It's very intriguing. It's like a kind of like a pilot. This first episode seems it's just introducing you to the characters and the general stories. There's a lot of questions. Not many answers, but it's quite interesting to see relationships between the characters and how they can play. Right, okay, so these are the goals that I had. Did I do everything? Okay, so in this first part there was only one alternate path. I could have stayed with George Washington. So there will be some replay value to the story, but yeah, really intrigued. And this is how we level up. So this is role-playing aspect 2. Interesting. Right, so this is how we level up. Okie dokie. What I'll do then is I'll end this here. Like the video if you like the content so far, or you also like the story or the characters, and also leave a comment below. What do you think about what's happening so far, about this conspiracy, this mystery, this intrigue? And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. If you like the supernatural, the occult themes and thrillers and horror stories, you can grab a free copy of my first book, Old Eyes, link in the description below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.